What's up, everybody, and welcome to Update on Ship Mountain. So, went to sleep last night and got woke up and was told, you need to go see the driveway. There's lines down. And I'm like, oh, for the love of God. Seriously, I just can't get a break. So, let me give you a backstory here. So, when I got here, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday, maybe it was Monday. I think it was Monday. Okay, give me a minute. I went to Charter Spectrum to get internet for the house. So they don't give you the package there. They ship it to you overnight. So they shipped the package and it came. And I hooked up everything. I want to say it was probably it was Thursday. It was Thursday. So I hooked everything up because when it first got here, I was going through a lot of other crap. So at any rate, so I hooked it all up, and the modem registers and shows online. So I was like, cool. Well, now that the modem's hooked up, plug in the router and get that going, and we should be ready to roll. So plugged in the router, got that showing. Then after you do that, you have to go to their website and register everything. So I did that. But I couldn't register that from my house because I didn't have internet yet. So I had to go back to my neighbors and register it there. So I got that done. So I go back to the house, and the internet is blinking on and off, on and off, on and off. Like I'm on my actual phone, it's showing I have internet, I don't have internet, I have internet, I don't have internet, and then it just done. So I'm looking and I realize that the router is shot. This router has been dropped, kicked, thrown. They sent me one that obviously had been clearly beaten all to hell, so it was crap. So I called and I said, okay, the router shot. She says, well, let me check and make sure. I was like, you can check all you want. I know electronics. That's my gig. Like, it's my shtick. I know what I'm talking about. So she goes, yeah, it looks like your router's not working. No shit. So, so they said, okay, here's what we're going to do. Monday morning, go to the local office and pick up a new router. Just bring your old one. They'll swap it. Ta-da, you're good to go. Okay, so we'll do that. So last night being Sunday, I went ahead, went to sleep, and I set my alarm for 8 o'clock because they open at 9. I figured, take 30 minutes, get ready, drive into town, pick up the router. Well, I said I got woke up this morning, and they said, John, you need to come look at your front yard. I was like, why? Well, we had a major storm last night. I didn't know I was out. And I'm like, okay, so what's the gig? So here we go. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. Can you see all that? That is my driveway, and that's my house. So this entire thing right here has broke off from the tree. Now, to appreciate just how big this is, let me see if I can get in here and show you. Because apparently there's poison ivy in here, so I want to be moderately careful. But can you see that? It's huge. Now, that's great. But this is even better. Did you notice this part? This little black tube-like looking thing? You know what that is? That's the cable for the internet. Huh, you fucking kidding me right now? So I was supposed to go this morning and pick up a router. Well, clearly the router is the least of my issues right now because the cable that runs to the house has been ripped off the house. So I'm like, oh my God, unbelievable. So I called Charter and I said, hey, listen, we had the storm last night and it has ripped the line off my house with a massive tree limb. And she says, well, unfortunately, it's like that across your area. So we're having to fix all of the main lines first. Then we're going to call you and tell you that all of the main lines have been fixed. You then have to call us back to schedule an appointment to have the wire reconnected to the house. Oh, wow. Okay. So there's that. So I said, okie dokie. So I gave them my number. So now I have to wait for them to fix all the other lines and then call. Now keep in mind, I'm trying to get ready for my appointment tomorrow, which is where I go in and get these 2 procedures. I now have to figure out a way to strap a crapper to my ass while I operate a chainsaw and cut all this down and clear it out so that we can even get to the procedure tomorrow. So if that doesn't give you an idea of just the severity, the incline of the ship mountain that I'm trying to run up, I don't know what else can. Oh, but wait, there's more. So I come out here and I'm thinking, all right, let's get started. I'm building a game plan. I need to start from the end and work my way in so that I can get the little stuff off, and then I'll start cutting my way back. So I start to develop a plan, and my phone rings, and it's the doctor's office that's doing the procedure tomorrow. And they said, oh, your insurance says if you don't contact them, they're not covering it. But I had already done all this. So I'm like, oh my God. So I had gotten everything all set up, ready to go. And just I'm getting ready to start, that phone call came in. So then I had to go in, call the insurance company, find out what was going on. They said, oh, there's nothing going on. It should be ready to go. I'm like, oh. Ah! So then I call the place that's doing it, and I said, hey, I spoke with the insurance company. They said everything's fine. I don't know why you got the call. If you could call back and just make sure, double check everything. She said, okay. So I'm now back out here to work on this. And yeah, so that's been my morning. No coffee, no Mountain Dew, just straight run into Ship Mountain, right where I picked up. Or left off, rather. All right, y'all. Well, that's the update to this point. And I guess before I post this, I'll go ahead and do a couple of additions so you can see how it's coming out. So I'll see you soon. I'm sure this will be just a blink for you guys. Bye. All right, so although this has only been a blink for you, I worked for almost 4 hours yesterday. And I was so tired when I got in there. I went to take a shower and I just kind of fell into the wall, and I had to stay there for a while just to catch my breath. I was exhausted. I had to get all this done by myself. There was no help. So if you'll recall, it was a mammoth freaking half a tree that fell down. And it's not something you just make a couple of cuts and drag off. So I thought I'd show you how it looks now. So there's, yeah, it kind of gives you an idea anyway. At least you can see the driveway now. So there's the driveway. Now before, that tree was all the way over to where this line is. I had pointed out the internet line before, so that's here. And so that's where the end of the tree was at. So you can see how far back I got it done. So it's enough to where we can at least get by. I've got one branch I see I need to cut and move, and then a couple over here in the yard. But by the time I got this far, I was just done. I went through 3 chainsaws and 2 chains, and then one of the chainsaws that I used was brand new out of the box. I had it for 2 years, but I never used it because it's such a huge saw. But I knew at some point I would need a much larger chainsaw than just my 14-inch. So it actually got fired up for the very first time and used. But oh yeah, so it's been fun. But wait, there's more. As soon as I was done with all of this and I feel like I'm dying, I had to start the medication to clear my system out for the procedure that I'm going to have today at 2 o'clock. I got to be there at 12:45, and then I'm getting 2 different procedures done. And one of them requires that my system looks like a freshly cleaned bowl. So yeah, so Ship Mountain, you can actually get around it, but you just kind of get to the other side of it. You don't actually get away from it. So at any rate, I thought I'd update you to the new slots of Ship Mountain, and there it is. So Misty's here doing her morning ritual. So another day in beautiful paradise. And yeah, well, I guess that's about it. I'll throw this up so everybody can get updated, and then oh, you know what, I may do a video after the fact and see how I'm feeling tomorrow, because I don't know what the hell's gonna happen today. So I've never experienced anything like what I'm going through, so I guess we'll see what happens. At any rate, see ya.